Hey everybody, how's it going? Daryl here. Welcome to the channel. One of the crucial elements of lighting design is scalability, because you may not be using the same number of lights at every gig. And I think a very real example for mobile DJs is that sometimes we'll use 2 movers, 4 movers, or no movers. Or perhaps you have a large inventory of uplights and you may not use the same number of uplights at every gig. And so different DMX solutions achieve scalability in different ways. I primarily use SoundSwitch, and probably the best way to achieve scalability is with patching, sometimes referred to as hard patching. And that simply means that you have a certain number of unique addresses per each fixture. And if you decide to add more of that same fixture, instead of programming like a new address and adjusting your entire show, you just simply reuse the same addresses. Let me jump into the SoundSwitch software to show a couple of other ways it can try to achieve scalability and why ultimately patching I think is a better approach. So I have a live demonstration to kind of help you visualize patching, and before I get into that, let me go over a couple of other ways that SoundSwitch tries to achieve scalability. So let's jump over to the software. So when you add a new fixture, it will automatically listen to the master track or auto loops or auto scripts. So for example, I have 4 tubes here, so if I add another one, I just added a new fixture. It doesn't have anything on the group level. So this is a pixel mappable fixture. On the top group level, it doesn't have any programming information. It doesn't have any color or intensity override information, and each of the cells of this multi-cell fixture don't have any programmed information like the ones I had before do, but it will automatically listen to this master track. And if you want your lights to mesh even better all together with what you already have programmed, you can ensure that your fixture is assigned the proper category, and you can just run the auto scripting engine for each of your auto loops and all of your songs again. So you can see here, here's a little bit of pixel mapping, and they all kind of do the same thing. This works great if you use the auto scripting engine a lot. And if you do a lot of like manual edits and custom stuff, it doesn't work as well. And this allows you to scale up really nicely. What happens if you want to scale down? So if you use 20 uplights with 20 unique addresses in your light show, what happens if you want to only use 8 uplights at one show? A chase designed for 20 uplights may look wonky if you only have 8. You definitely could rerun the auto scripting engine before each show for that unique lighting setup, but that is a lot of work. Another approach is that you could maintain a separate project for each variation of your lighting setup. I've tried having separate projects for each variation, but it was a lot of work to maintain each one. And it was a huge headache to like add new lights, because you'd have to add the new group of lights to each project, and it's just prone to mistakes. It just is. And you have the most flexibility for chases when you have each of your lights be a unique address. And it may not seem like it at first, but positioning like 20, 30 uplights in order, each with their own unique address, is a pain. I've seen a lot of people claim it isn't, but it's just my experience that it has been, especially if like some of your uplights, like the wireless module goes out or the battery doesn't work. Then you're having to like readjust things or get new uplights and change the address. And I've just found it much easier and much more convenient to do patching, and you still get the ability to run cool chases.
And the formula for patching is quite simple. You simply just need to calculate what is the minimum you plan on using at a time. Like for my both pixel tubes, for me it is 4, but I might use up to 16. So with 4 unique addresses, I can just have one project and I can just reuse those same unique addresses if I want to use more lights. And what do you do if you have a number of lights that isn't perfectly divisible into your unique addresses, like 6 tubes? Doesn't divide into 4, you'll have a 2 remainder. Well, I'll go over some of the strategies and configurations I've used in the demo.
So here's an example with my both lighting tubes.
All right, to help demonstrate like patching in a visual form, here I have like 8 of these tubes. I only have 4 unique addresses. Each color represents like which tube is what, and I have 2 sets. So one set is on the tripods, one set is on these microphone stands. So this is like the first way you can display them. You don't necessarily need to have them on tripods or microphone stands, just to help you keep track of what is what. But yeah, you can have 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 4, 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, kind of like mirroring down the middle. And this is my particular favorite configuration. And what's so powerful about patching is that you might not want all of your lights like next to you by the DJ booth. You might want to put these like on the opposite wall just to give more ambiance and vibes for your dance floor. Or you might want to move some of these around. Because honestly, your DJ booth, you could have like these 4 next to you, and then you could have like these other 4 spread on each corner of the dance floor. And if you just want to use 6, which I like to do, so for example, you can take off the end. So 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Even something like that I think looks great. So like 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. And you can even do it the opposite way. And so this applies to like your uplights, your movers. You can do all sorts of different configurations. And honestly, there's only 4 unique addresses. So if you just put them in random order, like if you don't have time to like really put them in order and you're just in a rush, it's not a big deal. There's only 4 addresses. The macros will probably look good. Let's try it. All right, yeah, here's a chase. Like you couldn't even tell that these weren't in any particular order. Again, can't even tell that these are out of order. So that is definitely a chase that's in order, but I mean, it still looks good even though it's completely out of order.
Thank you so much for watching this video. I've had a lot of you guys request a video on patching, so I just wanted to create this simple video just to show you some of the advantages and like a way to do it. So if you have any comments, questions, or concerns, leave them down below, and please smash like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.